2-3 minutes. My name is Madhu. Okay, I'm the trainer for these Selenium classes. My education background is mechanical engineering. I am a BE mechanical engineering graduate from Andhra University College of Engineering. I did PG diploma in management, software quality management from Indian Institute of Science Bangalore, and project management and communication from IISc Bangalore. I am a PMP professional, project management professional from Project Management Institute, ITL certification. I'm a certified software test engineer from Quality Assurance Institute. I'm a certified product consultant from Mercury. I was trained on Six Sigma Green Belt. About my teaching experience, I have experience in multiple domains like healthcare, banking, e-commerce, pharma, materials management, human resources, telecom, insurance, investment, finance, and energy. My total experience is 16 years, and I worked 6 years in India, USA 6 years, and Canada 4 years. My teaching experience is around 21 years. Overall, my teaching experience is 21 years. And in last 16 years, I conducted training for more than 200 people. And, trained people in QA, QTP, and PMP. This is in brief about me. Any questions? Okay. No questions? Okay, let us go to the course schedule. This is the course schedule you are looking now. This Excel sheet, I think all of you have received. In case if you didn't receive this course schedule, just let me know. 1 second, guys. Okay. If you didn't receive this course schedule, just let me know. We will have classes on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, Sunday from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern time. So based on the feedback from many people, I set the course timing from 12 to 2 only, and your course start date is 25th July today, and end date is 23rd August. Okay, and every day you use the same link to join in the class. This is the class schedule. Okay, and we have some prerequisite for the course. I will explain you the prerequisite, and in few minutes I will explain you the prerequisite here. Okay, this is the website of the getsoftwareservices.com. In case if you want any information like course content, or if you wanted to get the videos of the current class, you can be able to get from this location. Okay, and I know this is my contact number. You can reach me at this number anytime, or send me emails to this mail ID. Okay, please use conference number. In case if you are not able to hear due to any reason on any day, you can dial into these conference numbers and you can be able to hear me, or use a headset. That is also fine. Due to some reason if you are not able to log into the class, please contact this customer support number of GoToMeeting. They will help you to log into the meeting. Now if you try to log in after 12 o'clock, 12 noon, after 12 noon, if you would like to log in, if you face any problems, just call to that customer support number. I always recommend you guys to log in at least 15 minutes before the scheduled time. That means, 12 noon is the class start time, right? So 11:45 a.m. if you join it, that is good. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Okay, always I recommend you guys to use the landline to dial into the conference number instead of using the headset. Headset is great, but sometimes you may not be able to use the headset due to many reasons. So use the, if your internet is down, If your internet is going up and down, you may not hear the voice. So I recommend you guys to use the landline instead of using the headset. Every day I will send you running notes and material also. So please check your spam folder every day for my running notes and materials. Okay, what is the prerequisite? Let me to say prerequisite. If you are not meeting the prerequisite, just I can say that you are not, it's not recommended to go through this course. The prerequisite is that manual testing training. You know, you must have completed this one. In case if you didn't complete the manual testing training, it is not a good idea to go for the automation testing. This is we will be in the Selenium is an automation testing tool, right? So it's not a good idea to go for automation testing tool. And programming skills, any programming, you know, it could be C language or .NET or Java, any programming skill is required. If you have not gone through any programming in past, this is not the right course. So to meet the prerequisite, first you complete the manual testing training and programming, any programming training. This is mandatory. You need not to be the expert. Please note, it is not required to be the expert in that particular language. Java or C, no need to learn in detail. Just have you ever gone through training program or not? That is important. If you have not gone through the training program, no, this is not a good place to learn. This is not the right course for you. So, one second, guys. So, if you are not meeting the prerequisite, I recommend you to get the prerequisite and rejoin the course later. And this course will use Java programming. Down the line, we will use the Java. I will explain you whatever the Java required to clear the interview. You know, core Java concepts only will be explained here. So Selenium uses core Java concepts. I will explain whatever is required to clear the interview and to retain the job. That means to perform your work every day without any issues. Whatever is required, I will teach all those things here in the class. So Java is a big ocean. You know, we will not learn everything from Java. Any questions so far? Here you have the mic. Mics are available for you. You can ask the question over mic, or you can send me the chat message. Either way, it's okay. So at least you need to spend minimum 200 hours to study, to appear for client interview. If you practice 200 hours with Selenium practice, minimum practice time of Selenium is 200 hours approximately. If you do practice for 200 hours, that's good. Okay, here the advantage is that we are recording the classes every day, right? So because of the recorded classes, if you miss something, you can play back the recorded video again and again, any number of the times. You can play back the videos and cope up with the class. And if required, you can repeat this course in future batches also. Okay. Here I have some private message from one of you. One of you guys are asking that I have not done manual testing. Then I recommend you to complete the manual testing class first, and then come back to the Selenium class. This is not required. You know, the next new manual testing class will start on 14th August. 14th August Friday will be the first day of the manual testing class. First you finish that course, then only come here. So however, today's class is very, very simple. You will understand 100% whatever I explained here, because this is very generic one. From tomorrow onwards, it is very difficult, you know. But today, even you are not meeting the prerequisite, it is okay to stay on the class today. Okay, if you wanted to attend the class from tomorrow, send me email. Without if you tomorrow this link will not work. Whatever the link I'm sending you currently, the link whatever you are using today, that will not work tomorrow. So if you are interested to continue in class from tomorrow onwards, send me email. Then I will send you another link to join in the class tomorrow. Okay, let us see. I would like to compare this Selenium class with Selenium job with other jobs like manual testing. If you have green card, that means permanent residency, or if you are a citizen, or if you have employment authorization document with 5 years of the experience, if you are applying for a manual tester position, at least you will get $70,000 per year, full-time job. This is current trend, 70,000 is a full-time job plus paid vacation. It could be 2 or 3 weeks, and 401k plan. This is nothing but pension plan. It's RRS in Canada. Sick leave, health insurance, life insurance, and tuition fee refund. These are all some of the benefits you will get if you are applying for a full-time job, full-time manual tester. Contract, if you are a manual contract tester, around $40 to $45 per hour, but no benefits. If you are a QTP tester, full-time job, $80,000 per year, and benefits. Contract position of QTP, you will expect around $50 to $55 per hour. If you are an automation Selenium tester, full-time job is $90K, contract position is around $65 to $70 per hour. Why Selenium they are paying more? Because Java concepts is required. You need to know Java programming. If you already learned Java programming, that's fine. Or, for example, if you know C language, or if you know .NET, or if you know VB scripting, that's fine. Now I will explain you Java concepts in the class also. What are the required Java concepts, those will be explained. Okay, any question, anybody? I strongly encourage you guys to ask me the questions. There is no wrong answer and right question and wrong question. You can ask me any question. It could be dumb question or tough question, anything. I don't mind. Here, why you are here to learn the concepts, right? If you ask the questions, you will get the benefit. Everybody in the class will get the benefit. If you are not comfortable to ask the questions in the class, you can ask me the questions in separately. You call me after the class. I can explain you the queries on one-on-one basis. If you want to ask some question, just type Q like this and send me, so that I will wait till you type the question, or you ask the question over mic. I will wait. And please send the question to everybody in the class, not only to me. Select everyone in the class and send the chat message. I will not answer private questions. If you ask me only, presenter only, if you select presenter only, I will not answer your query. If it is a private question, you call me privately, not in the class. Okay, let us go through. Let's start. What is Selenium? What is Selenium? Selenium is a chemical element. You all people studied chemistry. You know that selenium is one of the chemical elements with Xc symbol. Element symbol is Sc. Atomic number is 34. Okay, nobody will ask you this question in the interview. What is the atomic number of selenium? Nobody will ask. Just a general idea. I am giving the some general concept. Selenium is an antidote for mercury poisoning. Again, this is a medical field question. Nobody will ask you this kind of question in the interview. Just general information. No, the mercury and selenium are opposite. Selenium and mercury are anti-elements. Due to some reason, person consumed mercury, it will poison the human body. If you consume mercury, it will poison it. Then when you go to the doctor, they will give you the selenium. Selenium removes the mercury from the body. So mercury and selenium are opposite. Why I am saying this one is that to create awareness about what kind of tools are there in the market. It is must to learn about what tools are there in the market, who are all the competitors. It is a must to clear the interview. Okay. So what is mercury? There was a tool called, there was a company called Mercury. The Mercury company was started in year around 90s. In 90s, one company called Mercury was started, and it developed many tools like Quality Center, Fit Test Professional, and Load Runner. Three major tools are developed by a company called Mercury. So 90s, in late 90s, this was the only company who developed the tools, and this is the market leader in this company was the market leader. So because of a kind of more sales, this company become more popular, and they are selling the license. They are selling the licenses. Market felt that license cost is a little bit of on higher side. If the total cost of their tools is very high. For example, QTP license cost around, if you want to buy QTP, it is around $5,000 to $10,000. Just one license. Just one QTP license cost is around 5,000 to 10,000. If I wanted to install QTP, I need to pay this much of amount. So what happened? In those days, because of the license cost, many small companies are not able to buy Mercury company's tools. So therefore, they tried to find some alternative. Now then open source come into the picture. What is going to be open source? Open source tools? Open source concept means, there's no license fee. This will be the software. Open source software is developed by some of the volunteers. They will develop the software and give the software to public, and anybody can use it at free of cost. Open source software could be used at free of cost, and there is no owner. There is no proprietor for this software. Anybody can use it. It is publicly developed. Public developed this software, and it is available for free. Anybody can use it. So one of the open source software was developed in one company called ThoughtWorks. One second. What is the company name? ThoughtWorks. In ThoughtWorks, okay, here I mentioned that ThoughtWorks company developed their own tool, internal tool, in year 2004, and that will acting as that acts as a automated regression testing tool. So Selenium, why they have given the tool name as Selenium? Why they have given the tool name as Selenium? Just to put a check to the Mercury company, because Mercury company is charging license, right?
Oh, okay.
Mercury company is charging amount, so they wanted to put a check to Mercury company, and they named this software as Selenium, opposite to Mercury. As we discussed a few minutes ago, opposite to Selenium, opposite is Mercury, right? So they have named this software as Selenium. I think somebody was trying to ask the question. Okay. Could you please mute the mic in case if you are not planning to ask any question? Please mute all of your mics. Okay. I can mute your mic if you want me to mute. That's not a problem.
Hi, Madhu. This is Sarah.
Hi, Sarala. How are you doing?
Good. I've attended your manual course 2 years before.
Hi. Yes, Sarala.
Do you remember?
Honestly speaking, no. Yes.
Okay. 2 years before I attended your manual course. Now I'm employed in Barclays. I'm happy to share with everybody.
Okay, thank you very much, and congratulations, Sarala. Barclays is a great company. Are you in Delaware?
Yeah, I'm in close to the Delaware border. I'm in PA.
Okay, that sounds good.
So it's been 19 months since I'm at Barclays. So sorry to share with you a little late, but yes, I'm glad to share with you though.
Okay, you entered your name as Sarah. I know Sarala name, right? Okay. But
yeah,
now
that's me.
I'm able to recognize you based on your email ID, not based on the name.
Yes.
Okay, now I saw your name as
Selenium.
Yeah, so that's good. It's good to know that you are employed here in a great company. So it's really a very nice company to work. Okay, thank you for sharing your experience, Sarala. You joined here to understand the concept of Selenium, and
yes, but I've been developing. I joined in Barclays as a manual tester, and then I moved to automation. But the way that in Barclays that automation was being developed as a keyword driven.
Okay, so QTP, you are talking about QTP automation or Selenium automation?
No, in Barclays they were using Selenium. Now they moved on to Fitness.
Fitness. Okay.
Yeah. But in Barclays, the way the Selenium have been used in such a way is that it's a keyword-based automation, keyword-driven automation.
Okay.
So my question is, what level of testing would the Selenium be used? Whether it is a unit level testing or system level testing, what kind of level of testing the Selenium would be helpful to use?
Okay, definitely I will explain you. It is, if you wait for, few minutes, definitely I will explain that here. Because just started this one. If I start answering this question, everybody will get confused.
Okay, I understand. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm just going in a flow. Definitely I will answer the question today itself in the class.
Okay.
In few minutes, just in less than 30 minutes, I will come to that level, I'm going through a flow.
Okay.
Thank you, Sarla. Okay, anybody any questions here before proceeding? Okay, again, this class is meant for beginners who never worked in automation, and just are people who just completed the prerequisite. Prerequisite is that, as we discussed, manual testing. You should have manual testing course, idea. That you already completed manual testing course and basic programming skills. Okay. So now this is a open source software. This was originally developed by ThoughtWorks company, and it is free. Why they are giving free? Because it's open source software. It is developed by public, not by any company. There are advantages and disadvantages of using this software, Selenium software. We'll discuss advantages and disadvantages and what kind of things it will support. We'll discuss that now. Okay, Selenium is an automated testing suite. It is an open source tool. It is open free. It focuses on web applications only. Please note that Selenium works only on web applications. But any kind of browser, it works great on different browsers and different platforms. And it is similar to UFT or QTP. UFT tool or QTP tool of HP. No, HP. You know that Mercury company was acquired by HP. Now no more Mercury. Mercury was acquired by HP company. So no, in future you will not see any Mercury word. Just I have given some background about merely Selenium and Mercury. Selenium is similar to UFT. If you have gone through some tools like QTP, it is easy for you to understand what is meant by Selenium. I recommend you to go through these tools also. QTP or UFT tool, both are same. Just go through that course which is being offered by me. Then you will get more idea. Selenium is a portable software testing framework for applications, and it provides recording and playback options. And we can be able to order the test. That means coding is possible, automatic coding is possible without learning the scripting languages. You need not to know the scripting language, but Selenium records the script. Whatever the script is required, Selenium records the script. Okay. Now, what types of testings are there? What types of testings? There are many things are there. Two major types of testings are there, right? Black box testing and white box testing. So black box testing, again, this class is not meant to explain you what is meant by black box. What is white box testing. These kind of things will not be explained because this course need a prerequisite. Prerequisite is that manual testing course must be completed, right? So black box testing, white box testing types are there. Again, in the black box, we have many styles. What types of testings are in black box testing? One of the major testing is that integration testing, system testing, user acceptance testing, are part of the black box testing. And another thing is that regression testing. And what else here? Let me to categorize them like that. Now let me to explain you about white box testing. In white box testing, we have something like unit testing. And we will also have web services testing. Two major things are there here. There are many things are there. Just I am restricting those testing styles in the perspective of Selenium. Okay. So now this Selenium tool is actually meant for functional regression testing. We can be able to use Selenium for regression testing. You are a black box tester, again, you are not the black box tester, you are a automation tester. If you are applying for a Selenium testing means you are a functional automation developer, not the tester. You will be called as a automation developer. Why? Why you are called as a developer? Because heavy programming is required in Selenium tool. It's just not like QTP. QTP is very easy tool. It is easy to learn and use QTP tool. But Selenium is not like that. You will be doing similar to a developer. You are not the tester. Actually, if you are using a Selenium tool means company is not looking for a tester. Company is looking for a developer. If you are a developer, if you know Java, it is a definitely added advantage for you to learn QTP, Selenium. Selenium you can be able to use effectively if you know Java programming. If you don't want to use any programming, this course is not meant for you. If you are interested to do coding, then only this training will help you. Oh, I'm not interested in coding. Then don't think about this course. This is not meant for you. Go to manual testing. Manual testing, no coding. Okay. Now coming to this one, I can say that Selenium is used for majorly in majority of the companies. Selenium is used for number one, functional regression testing. Number two, we can use for multiple purposes. Okay. Number two, unit testing. Number three, build automation. Build what we can say that nightly build automation. What do you mean by nightly build automation? I will explain you in future classes. Nightly build automation also we can use. And another one is a continuous integration. There is a concept called continuous integration. What it is? Link. Continuous integration. To enable your company to do continuous integration, Selenium will be used. And mobile testing. It is also can be used for web services testing. Okay, so multiple uses are there with Selenium. That means within Selenium, you have so many specializations. Your company may use Selenium for functional testing, or another team in your company, another team is there, that team will use it for unit testing. Another team in your company may use for nightly build automation, or continuous integration, or mobile testing, or web services testing. If you are a Selenium tester, you will not work on everything here. All six, I have given you 6 varieties of testing. You may not participate in every variety. You may work on 1 or 2, or all of them. That depends on your company and your project. It is very difficult to become master in everything, So, just here we will learn the concepts, and according to the concept, you will be applying those things in your company. Okay, now coming back to a question from Sarala. Sarala, now could you elaborate our question now? You got some idea about for what purpose selenium could be used. Could you ask me now question if you need any additional details?
No, I'm good. I'm clear about that. I think that in Barclays they have been using the selenium as unit level nightly regression.
Yeah. That's good. So your question right?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Excellent.
Thank you.
So,
Thanks,
any other questions, anybody? So, you can be applying for automation developer job or SDET. SDET means software developer. SDET. Software developer in test. That means you are not a tester, you are a developer. Please note that Selenium is a testing tool. Everybody thinks that Selenium is a testing tool, but this is used by a developer. Okay, so it is not the testing. You know that this is not the testing course. Today you are not attending for the testing course. This is a developer job. That's why more demand is there. More money their companies are paying for a Selenium tester. Okay. What components are there? Components. Let us see Selenium. Okay, let me to show you Selenium headquarters. This is the home page. This is home page of this Selenium.
Madhu, I have another question. This is Sarah again.
Yes, Sarah.
I have another question. Having said that, SDIT, but I'm seeing in market there are other terms of SET, software engineer on test, and you explained as software developer in test. So are there any fine line differences between these two or just the different names?
Different names, your company can give any job title. That's not a problem. Finally, if you are using Selenium, means you will be doing the developer job. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so down the line, if you wanted to settle as a Selenium tester or Selenium developer, every day you will be visiting this page. This is the website developed by this open source forum. This is, as I explained you a few minutes back, this is a Selenium is developed by a forum. Some of the volunteers developed this. If you want, you can contribute it. They are not selling this one. If you wanted to donate, you can donate by using this link. Somebody is working on this one. It is a not-for-profit company, right? So, but some companies are doing sponsorship. If anybody is interested, some big companies may do sponsoring. That is a different one. You will be going through different pages in this website. Like you will be coming to know about what is meant by projects, download, how to download, documentation. A lot of very good documentation is here. We will come back to this one. Support, about, so many things are there. So your homework for today is that browse seleniumhq.org. Okay, could you please mute your mic in case if you are not planning to talk? Okay. So your homework for the day, first day I am giving you homework. Just browse this page, this website, and go through different pages in this website. You will understand what is meant by selenium. However, I will explain you the concepts, basic concepts now. Okay, there are four major suites, four major components are there in selenium. Let me to explain you. Selenium suite. Okay. Selenium is not a tool, it's a suite. This contains four major components. First one is that WebDriver. Second one is that grid. Third one is that IDE. And another one is that RC, remote control. Please mute mic. Okay, let me to mute your mic. You cannot talk. Because it's making noise. I muted it. Okay. Selenium suite contains four things, right? WebDriver, Grid, IDE, and RC. Here, again, based on your company's framework, you can use different components. As per current trend, this RC is not required, remote control is not required, and we will be using the WebDriver with the help of IDE. IDE we will be using, and Grid we will be using, and IDE will be using as per current market trend. We will discuss all those things one by one. What is WebDriver? WebDriver is the name of the key interface against which test should written in Java. It is an interface. WebDriver is an interface to drive the tests which are already documented in Java. Okay. We can use WebDriver to drive a browser natively, either locally or on a remote machine. On local computer or remote computers, we can be able to run the test cases. Now, currently, Selenium 2 is there in market. What do you mean by Selenium 2? It is nothing but, WebDriver plus Selenium 1. Initially, I think 4 years back, we have Selenium 1 was there. Selenium 1 plus WebDriver components are clubbed together and we are calling it as Selenium 2. Selenium 2 is there in market currently. Okay. WebDriver controls the browser by directly communicating to it. Please note that, it works only on web applications. Selenium works only on web applications, not on the desktop, not on the mainframes or some other applications. Only browsers. What languages are supported here? By WebDriver. We can write the code by using Java or C# or PHP or Python or Perl or Ruby. Are you aware of any one of them? If yes, this is good. You can be able to use WebDriver by using any of them. But most of the cases, majority companies are using Java only. Okay, this WebDriver support everything. If you can write the code in C# also. WebDriver in WebDriver you can use C# or PHP or Python, Perl, Ruby. It is difficult to learn the remaining languages, and I will not explain anything by using these languages. I will explain only by using Java. It is not required to learn. What advantage you will get if you learn 100 languages? Not required. To perform Selenium job, you can use Java. Just I want to test our knowledge on general awareness. What is the language used by QTP? QTP uses what language? Any idea, anybody?
Visual Basic.
VBScript. Perfect. Thank you, Taras. Visual Basic script is used by QTP. Thank you. Okay. Let us discuss about what is a Selenium grid. Anybody is aware of Quality Center? Quality Center tool. Anybody has gone through? Okay, thank you, Taras. So if you know Quality Center, just done. This is nothing but Selenium grid. How, similar to Quality Center, Selenium grid runs the tests on many servers. You can control the scripts and instruct the script to run on different browsers and different servers at the same time. Parallelly, we can be able to run the Selenium scripts by using this Selenium grid. In the Mercury suite, what tools are there? Mercury suite contains what tools? As we discussed, we have three major tools are there in Mercury, right? Quality Center, QTP, and Load Runner. This is the Mercury suite. QC plus QTP plus Load Runner, all three together. Similarly, in our Selenium suite contains 4 components. Here we are calling it as components. We can treat them as individual tools also. Okay. Selenium suite contains 4 components. One is the WebDriver, grid. Grid is similar to Quality Center. Selenium grid runs on tests on many servers at the same time, and it reduces the time taken to run the test on multiple browsers and operating system. Now, Selenium server is available in our Selenium 2.0. Now, grid functionality. That means, Quality Center, how it controls the scripts in the same style in Selenium 2.0 also we can be able to control. We will be learning all those things. You see here, I know that many of you guys will be receiving a lot of information now. Don't get confused here. This class is being recorded. You can play back the video anytime. You can play back the video and try to understand whatever I am explaining here. If you play back the video again and again, you will understand very clearly. Here, question from Soumya. What is meant by Selenium server? It's a good question. You will be running the scripts on many servers. Many locations. You will be running the scripts. To run the scripts, you need to have some centralized location, something you need to control. That means that control is called as a server. Here we will be using the concept of grid and hub and grid concept. We will discuss more about this one. How to use this grid and hub concept down the line. I will explain you. It's too early for you to explain at this time. We will set up everything. I am going in a step-by-step model. The objective is that a layman also should be able to learn Selenium in a slow pace. Again, this is not meant for advanced developers. If you are the advanced developer, whatever I am explaining here is boring. I will go very slowly and I will make sure that you will learn Selenium 100% perfectly. Our objective is that clear the job interviews and you should be able to perform the job independently at your workplace. I can assure you that kind of thing, by if you go through the course as per my instruction, you can be able to do like that. Okay. Question from Purnima: do these components of suite need to be at the same place? Not necessarily. You can put these components in a different locations. We will set up everything, by end of this course. That means, what is the date of completion? 23rd August. You should be able to set up everything independently. I will give you exercises. I will give you a lot of homework today. Maybe with the homework, whatever I give you today and tomorrow, you should be, if you are able to complete by next week, you will get benefit from next week class onwards. Okay, Selenium IDE is very easy to learn. No programming concepts are required. You can be learn very easily. No programming. Just play, record and play. That's it. What do you mean by record and play? You already learned what is something in QTP, record and playback concepts. You can be able to learn them here. Okay. See, now let us go to Selenium remote control. It is also known as Selenium 1. This is outdated because no more Selenium 1 now, right? In market we have Selenium 2, Selenium 1 plus WebDriver is called as Selenium 2. We already discussed that one. Selenium is a remote control. Selenium remote control is a client server system that serves to control the web browsers locally on or on other computers. And again, this Selenium RC, that means remote control, it supports Java, C#, PHP, Python, Perl, and Ruby. Multiple languages are supported. Don't worry about this Selenium remote control. We will not talk anything in future. In our future classes, it will not be discussed. Why? Because there is no more Selenium 1. It is outdated, right? This plus WebDriver is called as Selenium 2. No need to learn to set up Selenium remote control. Selenium 2 only we will be talking. We have to progress, right? Just for your information, this is a history. Please note that 5 years ago we used it to use only this remote control. No Selenium 2. Okay, again Selenium RC comes in two parts. One is that server and client libraries. Server which automatically launches and kills browsers like HTTP, proxy and web requests from them. Okay. Client libraries are for your favorite computer language. I don't want to explain anything about Selenium RC. It's not required to learn. Okay. Just I would like to compare QTP versus Selenium. Why we need to compare like this? Why we need to understand the differences between QTP and Selenium? One of your job activities is that tool evaluation. Tool evaluation is one of your job. Once you are hired in your company, every day a lot of new tools are coming into the market. In 90s, there was a tool called Windrunner. Now no more Windrunner. Windrunner is outdated. That was developed by Mercury company. Windrunner replaced the QTP tool. And we have many competitors are there in the market. Okay, let me show you one document like tools in market. I will send that document to all of you guys after the class. No need to write anything. There are many tools there in the market. If you see the job description, one of the expectation is that you should be able to evaluate the tool. There are so many functionality testing tools are there in the market. Okay, don't look at remaining columns. Just see this one only. Okay. Please see here only. We have many tools like Windrunner, XRunner, QTP, or UFT, or Rational Robot, QARun, Silk Test, Coded UI, Selenium. Oh, if you see in the internet, you can find hundreds of the tools. So many hundreds of the tools are available in the market. Which tool is good for me, for my company, or my project? We need to evaluate. If I am spending some money here, will I get back my returns? Return on investment, ROI. You see, to clear the interview, just tool knowledge is not good enough. Not only the tool knowledge, not only Selenium knowledge, not only Java knowledge. You need to have some skills like evaluation skills and general testing skills and planning skills, scheduling skills. Multiple skills we need to acquire. One of the skills is that tool evaluation. That means a return on investment. Okay, let me to say ROI. To clear the interview, you should know this one also. These kind of questions also will be asked. Have you ever done any tool evaluation? How you do that? These kind of questions will be asked in the interview. Return on investment means, okay, today I am spending some money. For example, I purchased QTP by paying $10,000. And, we have hired a person. Your manager hired one QTP engineer. And we are spending time. That means spending time is nothing but money. Every month you will get $8,000 salary. 8,000. What is the salary? Every per hour, if you assume that you are a Selenium tester, you assume that you will get $65 per hour. Okay, $65 per hour your company is paying. In 1 month, how much salary they are paying? In 1 month, how many hours are there? Okay, 1 month, right? So, per day we have 8 hours. Per day 8 hours. 8 multiplied by 5 days. 40 hours per week. 40 hours per week. And how many weeks? Okay, that around 4.2 weeks per month. Around 168 hours per month you will work. Okay, 168 hours multiplied by $65 per hour. Oh, 10,000 salary. Almost 10,000 salary your company is paying you if you are a Selenium developer. Will that company get back that money? In what ways? We need to do the evaluation. Your manager will do evaluation at this time. But when you go for automation, you need to judge at your level as an independent contributor. You are the independent contributor. You need to evaluate. If I automate something, will I get back my money? The time I am spending means I am nothing but I am burning money here, right? Is there any benefit to the company if I automate it? We need to evaluate every day. Okay, we will come back to this ROI in a few minutes. Okay, because I am in a different heading. Okay, tool evaluation and ROI. I will explain you. 1 second. Okay, in few minutes, maybe after explaining this difference, I will come back to that one. Okay, let us see the difference between selenium and QTP. You know, as I said, you should have general awareness of our, all the tools. How I come to know about what tools are available in the market? Ask your God. Our God is Google. Google have the answer. You know, we can be able to get the information from the Google. Okay, let us compare the differences at high level. Assume that you are evaluating the tools. Your manager asked you, okay, what is the best tool for us? Say the Selenium or QTP. You know, if you wanted to evaluate, this is very helpful for you to answer this question in the interview. Interview questions like this. What is the difference between QTP and Selenium? Because these two are the major competitors in the market. These two are used by almost all the companies. These two are the major rivals. In the beginning of the class, we discussed about, Selenium is the antidote for Mercury, right? Mercury tool is QTP. Mercury tool is QTP, and Selenium is the tool, another tool by Selenium company. It's open source. It's a free open source. No money we have to pay, whereas we need to pay license cost. It's owned by HP. And QTP is using VB scripting language, and Selenium use any one of them. It has the flexibility to use Java, C# or PHP, Python, Perl, Ruby. Like this, we can use any language. And it supports different browsers. Selenium supports different browsers, whereas QTP supports Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Chrome. Only 3 browsers. 3 browsers only are supported by QTP, whereas Selenium supports all the varieties of the browsers. And Selenium supports the mobile devices. If you wanted to test iPhone or Android phones or any other mobile phones, Selenium supports. QTP also supports, but it may use some third-party software like what is that? They have some add-in, mobile add-in that is developed by. Sorry?
Perfecto Mobile.
Perfecto Mobile. Yeah. Perfecto Mobile. Thank you, Taras. Perfecto Mobile software. We need to integrate here, and you can use that one. And Selenium is able to execute the tests even the browser is minimized. This is a excellent benefit of this Selenium. We need not to have the browser in maximized condition. In QTP, if you wanted to run QTP, that test should be visible on the screen. If you minimize the browser, QTP won't work. QTP cannot identify the object, and script will fail if you minimize the browser. Whereas Selenium works great even if you minimize the browser. Okay. Selenium can be able to run the test in parallel. Yes, QTP also can do it, but we need to integrate Quality Center. We need to have Quality Center to run the tests in parallel. One of the major thing is that supports browser applications only. For example, here I have one calculator. If I ask Selenium to automate this calculator, it cannot do. Why? Why this calculator cannot be automated by Selenium? Because it is not a browser based. This calculator is not browser based. But QTP works great. QTP works great on this calculator. Or something like, flight reservation, Mercury flight reservation application. One second. Do I have that one here? One second. This is my computer. I am not having that flight reservation application. It's not available for me. Windows-based flight reservation application. Normally, we explain in the class in QTP classes, right? All of you are aware of that one. That we cannot automate by using Selenium. Mainframes, we cannot work with Selenium. And Unix, if you wanted to do work on Unix, Selenium cannot work. For example, in our company, you have some application running on mainframes. You are working for a Bank of America. Bank of America, majority applications are there in mainframes. So Selenium is not at all suitable. You have to use QTP. Okay, please note that all Fortune 500 companies already purchased QTP. QTP is already purchased by big companies like Bank of America or Chase Bank or Walmart. Every company already purchased it. They have already existing scripts on QTP. They have invested time and money for so many years. They have thousands of scripts already available in QTP. Why they have to go to Selenium? It's not required to go to Selenium, because if your company is already having QTP scripts, not required to go to Selenium because it is free. No, you have already paid the license. Your company already purchased it. 10 years back, your company already purchased QTP. You have thousands of the QTP scripts already available. Then why I have to go for Selenium? No. If you go to Selenium, again you need to do the scripting. Scripting means coding. Coding means time. Time means money. Why I have to pay money again? Whereas I have already existing automated scripts are there in QTP, right? So let's say some companies may not go for Selenium. Big companies who have already invested money, they will not go to Selenium. So that depends on company and project at what level it is, and your skill set, the employee skill set. Some people are in your team. There are no people with in your project. Nobody is aware of Java. Assume that the testers are not aware of Java. Then what do you have to do? Your company need to hire the Java developers. Okay. Selenium scripting time is more, whereas QTP scripting is very fast. In QTP, there is something called object repository. That concept is there in QTP, whereas in Selenium, no object repository. That is not available. QTP, customer support is available. Selenium, no customer support. What is going to be customer support? If you have any problem in QTP, call 1-800 number of HP. Due to some reason, one script is not working on QTP. Then call this guys, HP guys. Okay, I have some problem. Then they will advise you what is the solution. They will advise you the solution. In case if that advice is not working, they will remotely log into your computer. HP customer support people will remotely log into your computer and fix the problem. Of course, your company need to pay the customer support cost. The current customer support cost, approximately customer support cost for QC plus QTP plus Roadrunner for many companies, it's around $300,000 for 3 years. Oh, huge amount your company need to pay. Too much money your company is paying. You see, please note that nobody works for free, right? So HP ask for this much of amount approximately. Again, that based on company to company it will vary. project to, that based on your company relationship, number of users, and type of and level of the support is required, this amount will vary. In general, this is the approximate amount. Because your company is paying, HP company can be able to provide you the support, phone support, email support, and directly or remotely they will log into your computer and fix the problem. Whereas no customer support for Selenium, no customer support, because we are not paying any money. Who will support? You got this at free of cost, right? You got this license at free of cost. There is no owner for the company, so nobody will support you. If you are running into some situation, you need to fix on your own. Because you are a developer, you have that skill, you can be able to fix the problem. Okay. There is a difference between QTP and Selenium. Any questions here, anybody? QTP is very easy to learn. Your question from Sri, QTP is more flexible than Selenium. Actually, Sri, what I can say is that QTP is backed by a company. Backed by a company means they have the funding. They are spending more money to improve the tool. And this is QTP is more than 12 years old tool. Okay, in 2002, from 2002 onwards, QTP is there in the market. And because of its their capability, HP is a great company because of their capability of marketing and their investment strategies. We can say that QTP is better than Selenium. That's personal opinion, but whereas Selenium is free, right? Small companies or mid-level companies go with Selenium if you are using only browser-based applications. But problems, if you have any problem, you need to solve on your own. Here one question from Baya, what is share market of Selenium compared to QTP? It's a good question. Majority of the companies are using QTP now. Majority companies are using QTP. Reason is that they already purchased the licenses. All Fortune 500 companies are already purchased the QTP, so they still continuing the QTP. But Selenium, why you see the more demand in the Selenium? Because Selenium is not a tester job. It is a developer job. They need a developer, not a tester. Please note that the company need a Java developer, not the black box tester, because that position is not getting filled easily. Companies are giving advertisement again and again. If I am a Java developer, why I have to come to the testing? Tell me. I know Java very well. Why I have to come and work as a tester? I can go for Java development job, right? So that's why some people may not like to come to the Selenium. And testers, if you are a black box tester, it is more for you to learn Selenium. It's difficult to learn Selenium. No doubt it is a hard tool because Java programming is required. It is not as easy as QTP. QTP, I can say that any tester can easily learn QTP. not like Selenium. The Selenium is not the case. It is not so hard. Again, it's not the rocket science. We can do it. But Selenium is difficult compared to QTP. Okay. Any questions, guys? Okay. So I will extend this discussion tomorrow for what to automate, what not to automate, and what projects are suitable for automation, and how to calculate the return on investment. These kind of things we will discuss that tomorrow. I wanted to give you some homework. I wanted to make you busy today. Okay, so sometime I will use that for theory explanation tomorrow. Let me to give you some more information. All Selenium documentation is available at this location. I already explained you that one, right? Let me to go here. Documentation. Treat this as our tutorial in Quality Center QTP. In my previous classes, I have given you tutorials, right? So treat this as a tutorial for Selenium. All the details are available here in this Selenium documentation for Java. So if you are interested to learn in Java, this is the documentation for Java. If you are for C#, click on C#. That is not yet ready, I guess, documentation. This is Selenium IDE introduction, everything. If you click on, for example, click on Selenium IDE introduction, it will be opened this Selenium IDE introduction along with the screenshots. Step-by-step procedure. Whatever I explain here, everything you will see in this documentation also. It explains everything, a lot of details. However, because this class is being recorded, you can play back the recorded video and do the practicals. Okay, for example, how to install the IDE. Okay, the step-by-step procedure is given here about the installation of the IDE. Okay, to start with, I will show you a sample script today. Okay, by our homework for you today is that install the IDE, Selenium IDE installation. The procedure you can get from this link, Selenium IDE installation, right? 1 second, I will give you the screenshots for how to install step-by-step procedure to installation is given here. Just follow, because you are a beginner of Selenium. Just follow the instructions one by one. As I said, at the end of the course, you can work as a Selenium developer. Okay, this is the location for screenshots. Just you can download first. First of all, you have to install the Firefox. Have you installed Firefox browser? Anybody? I think all of you have the Firefox browser. In case if there is no Firefox, first you install the Firefox by downloading from this location. at this location, you have the latest Firefox. You know, 1 second. Okay, you can download and install the Firefox from this location. You need to click on download a fresh copy and download it. Because I already installed, right? So it's showing like this. If you want, you can click on download and install it. First install Firefox and then install the Selenium IDE. Okay, we'll do practical now in few minutes. This is a part of a preparatory thing, you know, for tomorrow's class. All of you guys are required to install the IDE and do practical, whatever I explained that now. And you can download IDE from this location. Let me go to this location. All downloads, all components downloads are available here. Okay, what you have to do is that again the steps are available, right, in the document how to install. See here, Selenium IDE we are trying to install. What is Selenium IDE? Selenium IDE is a Firefox plugin which provides records and playback user interactions with the browser. Record and playback, you know, QTP. If you are already aware of QTP, you clearly understand what is meant by Selenium IDE. What is meant by record and playback, it is easy to understand. Okay, you can download the latest IDE from this location. 2.9 is the latest Selenium IDE. It was released in March 2015. If you want to install the previous one, you can install the previous one also. I strongly recommend you guys to download Notepad++ also. Notepad++, why it is required, we will see. You know, if you wanted to open any Java file, you know, so this Notepad. Okay, so let me go to Notepad++. This is also free. Download Notepad++ and I click on download and install it. I will explain you in a few minutes, you know, what is Notepad++ and everything. You will understand. That is your homework. Any questions? Okay, great. So now let us do the practical. For anything, you know, we need to, for any test case automation, we need to have a manual test case. We can have many manual test cases. Down the line, we will be doing automation on real-time applications like eBay or Amazon or Walmart. These kind of the websites, we will be doing the automation. You know, as I said, this is a web browser. You know, Selenium is a automation testing tool which is meant for browsers. If application is running on a browser, we can be able to do automation, right? So we have so many applications are available over internet. Walmart.com is or Bank of America. You know, these are all browser-based applications. We will automate them. Currently, let me to give you one simple test on flight reservation, because many of you are already aware of QTP, and because you already did manual testing classes, we learned flight reservation application, web flight reservation application. Let us learn from that one. Manual test case is that open flight reservation application. What is the URL? newtours.demo.com, right? Okay, newtours.demo.com. Enter username, the password, click on sign in button. These are all the steps. For these steps, what is the expected result? Expected result is that user is able to log in. This is the expected result. For these manual steps, this is the expected result. Let us try to automate this one. We will not do entire automation today, but I will give you some background information now to complete this automation fully. Now we will be using IDE tool just for initial learning, but finally we will not use IDE. We will be using the WebDriver. Our ultimate component is WebDriver. You see, we have 4 major components are there, right? What are the 4 major components? Okay, RC, we remove this RC. WebDriver and grid we will be using finally. WebDriver we will use, but IDE will help us. IDE will help us to automate the script in WebDriver. So let us learn IDE at a basic level. There are so many things are there in IDE. There are too many features and lot of details are there in IDE. We will not learn everything, whatever is available in IDE. No, I don't want to confuse you by explaining all the concepts. It is not required to learn each and every concept available in the tool. If you learn it, it's a bonus for you. Here in this Word document, we have so many features. This is a Word document, right? Here in Home, Insert, if we insert, we have so many features or functionalities are there. Page layout, so many features and functionalities. Preferences, mailings, review, view, lot of things are there. We may not use everything every day. All the features, functionalities will not be used by us every day. So in IDE, there are so many things are there. We will not learn, I will not explain you everything. I am giving you as a homework. If you want, you can learn it, but they are not mandatory. Other features are not mandatory to clear the job interview. To manage your daily job, all features are not important. Just try to understand whatever I explained here. Okay. So IDE, right? Now how to open the IDE? Let me to close the browser. Right way. I have no Firefox now. As I said, IDE works only on Firefox. Please note, IDE works only on Firefox, but WebDriver works on all the browsers, Chrome, Internet Explorer, or Firefox, anything. But IDE works only on Firefox. But here we will be learning the concept about how to do the automation. Okay. Click on Firefox. Firefox will be open. This is the Firefox, right? And for example, I wanted to automate some test case on newtours.demo.com. Okay. This is the flight reservation application. Okay, this auto filling is done. Okay. This is a flight reservation application. You see, there are so many challenges are there in Selenium automation. Every day you will struggle a lot, no doubt, because it's core programming, similar to a developer. How a developer struggle to learn the language and programming, in the same style, you will be facing those kind of things. I'm not scaring you, but this is the fact. If you are ready to face those kind of challenges, yes, come and learn this course. I will try to help you as maximum as possible. At the same time, I will not give you spoon feeding. Not only me, nobody, any company, nobody will give the training wise. Nobody will spend you the time. Here, time is nothing but money, right? So nobody will pay you money by spending the time. So we need to have programming attitude. Programming attitude means you need to try to solve on yourself. Self-solving is required. You need to debug. Debugging means, find out what is the problem, how to resolve it, and how to do the research and fix the problem. You need to acquire those kind of skills. If this is not a tester class, please note that this is not the tester class, this is a developer class. However, I will provide you as maximum information as possible and try to guide you right from the installation of the PySpark till you complete all the learning in terms of Selenium. Okay, now here it is open. Assume that you install IDE. I explained you IDE is installed. Then how to open the IDE? If once you install IDE, find this one. Are you able to see the Selenium IDE, that mouse over help? What is the mouse over help? I'm hovering my mouse. I'm hovering my mouse on this object. Here, I'm getting help. This is called as the mouse over help. Okay. Now click on Selenium IDE. Oh, great. Our IDE is open. Maximize it. This is our tool. Very simple. First time, all of your, like me to mute one of your mic, make a noise. Okay, I have muted the mic. Okay, this is Selenium IDE 2.8.0 I am using. That means previous version. You can use latest version also, 2.9.0, something latest one, right? Is that right? One second. Yeah, I'm using because I'm using 2.8.0, but latest one is 2.9.0. Released in March. Okay, I may upgrade that later. There is no hurry to upgrade. Almost same features are there. No need to. Okay, maybe by tomorrow I will upgrade to the latest feature. However, we need not worry about the concept. Okay. This is the Selenium IDE. Here you have many. This is menu file. Okay. If I click on file, I can see new test case open. Like this, so many things are there. Please play with different menu options available here. And edit also has so many things like insert new command, new comment, actions, options, formatting, clipboard, clear history, help, like this. So many things are there. I ask you guys to do the homework today. What is the homework? Play with this Selenium IDE and try to understand what is there in this Selenium IDE. Install Selenium IDE and play with this one. That is your homework. Again, if you are not doing that today and tomorrow, the next 2 days, by next Saturday, if you are not able to complete these things, please don't join in the class, because you will not follow. It is not required to attend the class next week. If you attend next week, I am sure that you will not understand anything. So just you will come and go. That's it. You will be wasting your fee. Money will be wasted. So, however, because this class is being recorded, you can play back the video if you attend the class, and you can repeat this course again in the future batches also. Okay, attend all the classes and again repeat it if required in the future batches. Okay, here log, reference, UA element, role, a lot of things are there. Again, this is a temporary tool for us. Temporarily, maybe this week only we will use. Next week onwards, we will not use this Selenium IDE. This will give us basic concepts about, how to use Selenium down the line. We will use this as a weapon or a tool to work in the driver. WebDriver is our main automation. We will be doing in WebDriver. Okay, by using WebDriver only we will be doing that. But this is a helping hand for us. From next week onwards, we will not use. We will start with the other component called WebDriver. Okay. So let me to close it and reopen it. Okay. Let me to close it. Don't save anything. Okay. Now this is the flight reservation application, and click on this Selenium IDE. Let me to record it. Now currently it is being recorded. You see, let me to hover your mouse here, showing that now recording, right? Are you able to see that one? Now recording. Click to stop recording, something message. Now it is recording. Now it is in record mode. Okay, so now let me to type my username as Mercury. Mercury is the username. Password is Mercury. And click on sign in button. Okay, I entered username, password, and I am able to log in. User is able to log in. Right? Done. The steps are completed, not the expected result comparison. The expected result comparison I will not do now. Tomorrow I want to explain you because it's too early if I explain that now. Just I did some steps. So you see here something is recorded. You see here it opened the. You see flight reservation in new to the demo.com. After that it typed username. What is the username value? Value is Mercury it typed, and it typed password also. What is the value? Password is Mercury, and it clicked the login. Click the login button, and it is waiting now. Click and wait. The command is that click and wait. I am using now. So this is recorded here. Now stop the recording. I am done with the recording. Stop it. You can't stop. Now no more recording. The script is recorded. I will show you where is the recorded script. I will show you. Just here you are seeing the what actions are done by the user. Now, let me to save this file, save the test case. You can save this in any location. Okay, you can save test case. Let me to save this in Zorite 25th folder on my desktop. Zorite 25th folder. Say the sample test 1. Or flight reservation login. Flight reservation login test. Okay, click on save. I have saved this test as flight reservation test. You see, the test case name is the flight reservation test. Now the script is saved. Now let me to minimize it. Okay, let me to go to google.ca, for example. I am in a google.ca, google.canada. Okay. Now you are seeing that my ID is minimized, right? My ID is minimized, and my page is Google. And now I wanted to run the test. To run the test, you click on this play current test case. Then click on play current test. See what is done? Then it did it so quickly. Right? It navigated and entered the username password. So let me to do again. I am in a Google. I am in google.ca now. And if I click on run, in no time it is running quickly. Quickly it is opening newtools.demo.com, entering the username, password, and clicking the login. Let me click it. Play. Fast. Done. So quick. I am able to log in. User is able to log in. But is that user really log in or not? We need to check it. That is called a checkpoint in QTP. Some of you guys are already aware of what is QTP. That is called a checkpoint, whereas it is called as accept. Similar to checkpoint here, it's in Java or Selenium. Accept. We need to accept that user is able to log in. Okay, how to do that accept? We'll discuss that tomorrow. Let us discuss some more concepts here. Okay guys, any questions now? You can ask me the question now. Here one question from Purnima. The question is that if many Firefox browsers are active, how do we point it to the correct browser while recording? It's a good question, Purnima. We will discuss this is one of the challenge. We will be discussing these kind of things down the line. It's too early to explain you. Maybe you are good at programming and all these concepts, but not everybody in the class. 100% I will answer your question. Down the line. As I said, I am going slowly. From 0 level we are going, right? This is one of the major challenge. How to overcome this? I will help you. Okay. So let us do something. Here, what is the username? Mercury, right? If I say my username is Madhu, let me to modify the value as Madhu and see what happens. Madhu is the username. Okay, let me to go to Google now again. Google.ca. Google.ca. I am in Google.ca. And username is Madhu. And click on run button. What happens? Play the current test. Oh, Madhu is also I am able to log in. You see, that means if password here in this website, the problem is the thing is that if password is Mercury, it is allowing anybody, any user. Password is Mercury. It looks like that it is allowing anybody. For example, let me to you enter your name. For example, username is that I am entering Taurus. Okay, Taurus is the username. Okay, let us see what happens. Google.ca. I did go to Google.ca, and username is the Taurus, and click on run. Oh, Taurus, no, not able to log in. I don't know, because it's Taurus is not able to log in, but Madhu, why Madhu is able to log in? I think Madhu already registered some time ago. Here you have something called register, right? In the register, at the time of registration, Madhu, that means me, I already registered with my password as Mercury something. If I change the password, I cannot be able to log in. Okay, let me to go back to Google and change the password. Okay, let me to say username as Madhu. Madhu is the username. My password is that hello. Okay, let me to say password. I am saying that hello is my password. Madhu is the user. Password is hello. I modified the password. Okay, let us see how it goes. Click on run. No, I am not able to log in. So it's not allowing, right? So that means parameterization. We will discuss about parameterization concepts, in the down the line in our future classes. We can be able to supply the values, username and password. Not only Madhu or some other, if I say Mercury, definitely I can be able to log in. So you are not seeing the code here. You are seeing the values only. Do you want to see the code exactly? What is the code generated by this one? I will show you now. If you want to see the code, Java code. For example, you want to see what is the Java code is generated by this Selenium IDE. Okay, I will show you that now. Let me to file, save. Let me to export this test suite as Java WebDriver. And I am trying to export this into the Java WebDriver. You can also export it into Ruby. Ruby language also you can export. You can also export into C# also, Java also. Okay. I wanted to export this to make it work in WebDriver, and Java is the language. Okay. Let me to click on WebDriver. Let me to save this as flight reservation. Login .java. Okay, I am saving this as .java. Click on save button. Now the file is saved in Java. Let me to go to my desktop. What is the folder name? July 25th. Okay, this is the folder name. Okay, this is the Java file. I have saved. This is the Java file. If I want to open, I can open it in Notepad, right? Click on edit. If I click on edit, it is open in Notepad. What is this? You are not able to understand, right? If you open in the Notepad, you are not able to understand. That's why if you open in Notepad++, it is easy to understand. Right click, edit with Notepad++. I asked you to install the Notepad++, right? So click on edit Notepad++. It's open now. Here initially we are importing something, JUnit frameworks, and flight reservation class is created. What is class? Again, as I said, it's programming. We need to learn core Java. How many of you are aware of core Java? Okay, I wanted to understand. Okay, what I request you guys is that after this class, please send me, one email like about this one, with this information. If you are interested, yes, I am interested to continue in class tomorrow. I am not aware of core Java, or I am aware of core Java, something. You send me this information. If you send this information, then I will send you one link to join in class tomorrow. Okay? To join in class tomorrow. Today's link will not work. Please note that today's link will not work to join in class tomorrow. I am aware or I am not aware. I am not aware or I am aware. Okay. So this information is very important for me to understand what level the attendees are there. If you are aware of Java, my job is easy. I can be able to explain you more concepts. Or you can also send me. I am not aware of any programming. This is also. Or say that I am aware of C language. Expertism is not required, just you learned C language sometime. 10 years back you learned C language. Okay? You tell me that one. I learned C language 10 years ago. So this information is very important for me to structure the course based on the number of the people and the type of the skill set you have. If I know, I can be able to explain at that level. I am assuming that none of you are having any programming skills, and I explained up at that level till now. So based on this information, I will modify my style of teaching. This is very, very critical. If you did not send me email, you cannot be able to join in the class tomorrow, no doubt. So what mail ID you need to send? This mail ID, info@getsoftwareservices.com. Please note down, everybody. Let me to send this email ID to everybody here through chat. You got this one? Please send to this one. Then only I will send you running notes and recorded video also. Okay, what information is required? Yes, I am interested or I am not interested. Interested or not interested to continue in class. Okay. So, if you are interested to continue in class tomorrow, please complete the homework, whatever I have given you today, like installation, and play this one, whatever is done so far, please do that. And if you play the recorded video, you will understand exact steps, what I did to do this practical today. Okay guys, so any questions? Question from Purnima, labs are used for practice? No, no lab is required. You can practice on your computer. It is free. Selenium is free, works forever for you, right? So Firefox, if you have Firefox, done. You can do practical on your computer. Any questions, anybody? We have planned to discuss 2 hours. We are done with that. 12 to 2. Saturday and Sunday we have the classes. Tomorrow's class we'll have at 12. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to call me at these numbers. I already have given you numbers. Today is Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday you can call me anytime. Okay, guys. Any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions? Feel free to send me email. I will try to explain as per your need. Okay, again, to join in class tomorrow, this email is must. Then only I will send you the link for tomorrow's class. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Have a good weekend.